Mr. Kenny teaching Mr. Jackson.
So this is the unit running on just single stage cooling, no economizer involved. Stage 1 thermostat has this purple path. This way through here brings on your evaporator, blower, fan motor, and then this path through here just drives on through the economizer and kicks in the contactor for the compressor and condenser fan motor both. And up here we see those contactors. This is the evaporator contactor kicking on the evaporator blower motor, and this is the compressor contactor kicks on the compressor, and then you got the condenser fan motor tied in with it. It's really all that happens outside of the fact that when the evaporator turns on, it's also giving power to the economizer section, which at this time only is going to activate the minimum position on the damper.
Okay.
This relay right here is telling it, hey, just do the minimum of it. That's all we got going on for single stage.
Okay.
But if it's cool enough outside, you still got the path bringing on the blower motor here. That doesn't change. But this path, instead of going over to that contactor, it takes a little detour, comes down here, and kicks in these two little economizer relays here and here.
Okay.
So that's now going to do stuff for the economizer to make it function. One of those relays changes contacts here and gets this path ready in case if the compressor needs to come on for the second stage. Is getting that pathway ready.
Okay.
One of the relays. The other relay is switching up here, and it's turning the economizer into a full-blown controller where the mixed air sensor now is going to decide whether it goes full outside air, halfway, whatever. That's what the other relay did. So that's, now we're just running in economizer mode.
Okay.
Your next mode would be if it continues getting warmer in the building.
Second stage.
Second stage cooling would kick in down here. This is second stage cool here. And then that has a straight on path into the economizer controller, except it then gets to go through that contact we closed previously, wraps around, goes through a couple of little safety switches, and now it allows that path to the compressor again to kick on the compressor again. Okay. So that brings on your compressor condenser fan back on. In the previous one, when we were just on economizer, these were not running.
Yes,
on the previous one. When we were just on the cold air from outside. So, but now in the second stage, now it has closed this contactor again to operate.
Okay.
And so now we got that going on.
Good. All
right. So that's your
stage 1 and 2
that's your cooling. Stage 1 and cooling.
Okay.
I think that's where we then we're going to now go
stage
to
1
heating. I think, yeah.
Yes.
So heating, we have nothing going on down here because we're not in the heat. When we're in the heat position. We're not in the cool position. We're in the heat, and that's up here in this part of the thermostat.
Okay.
It gets cold in the building. Heat 1 closes. That's the little mercury bulb, and here's that path for that. And it goes and kicks these two relays in. One of these brings on your inducer blower motor. One of these relays, and that is right here. That's the contact that it closed to make the inducer motor kick on.
Okay.
And the other one did something else. The other one kicked on this relay right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to circle that in red. Okay, and that's your W1 is first stage of heat, and that then provides a path over the top to a time delay relay. The time delay relay after about 60 seconds closes these contacts, and now we got a path to bring our evaporator fan motor, the blower fan on for heat.
Yeah. Yes.
But the W1 also made this path here.
Okay,
when the inducer built up enough pressure in the chamber, it closed the proving switch, the chamber pressure switch, which then lights up our ignition module. The ignition module already has a common path to here, and so now you've got your 24 volts. And what that does is it starts throwing a spark on the spark plug, and it also opens your pilot valve, which is this middle one right here, pilot.
Okay.
So now we got pilot gas going, sparking, pilot lights up. This is the flame sensor. When it detects that we have got combustion on the pilot flame, it gives the module the go-ahead to light up this path, and that brings in first stage gas valve heating.
Okay.
And now we got heat. We
Now
have
we
heat.
have heat.
We got burners running, we got fan running, and we're warming up the building. So now
All right.
the building gets a little bit cooler.
We go to stage 2
What's going to
heating.
happen is stage 2 of the thermostat will kick in.
Okay.
Stage 2 of the thermostat does nothing else. Very simple. It's just got a straight path over to here, goes up here, bada bing, hits stage 2 of the gas valve. That opens up the rest of the ports through the gas valve to get full flow of gas into the burners. Now you got full heat. That's kind of pretty much it.
Sweet.
That's pretty much all that's really happening there.
One-on-one with Mr. Kenny. Can't get no better.
Nothing else going on anywhere else. That's the whole thing in a nutshell.
One more thing.
If
Why
you
were
watched
you
that about,
Why were you
bunch of
talking
times,
about
you
the
forget.
South Korea and North Korea?
Oh,
What
South
were
Korea,
you
North
talking
Korea,
about
that is
there?
because
separated, nothing goes across.
nothing ever gets to cross that line.
Show me that line you're talking about.
Right here. I call it the demilitarized
Oh,
zone.
okay. That was
line.
separate from the pit.
Okay.
You drew that yourself.
All right.
Okay.
Nothing, yes, separate. That the purple line means none of this 480, crazy ass voltage up here can get to the nice, calm 24 volt stuff down here.
Right,
You
right,
never have
right.
any of these wires connected to any of these wires up here, because if that ever happens, all
Kaput.
hell's going to break loose.
Okay.
You're going to be burning up components, relays, etc., and you might as well.
And what do you
start
call this again?
looking for parts to buy. The demilitarized zone, the DMZ.
DMZ.
The DMZ. They used to,
Okay.
in Vietnam, they had the DMZ. And North Korea has a DMZ zone. It's called no man's land. It's like a mile-wide stretch in between South Korea and North Korea.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And both
My
sides
friend.
got machine gun
Yeah,
posts on both sides.
I had a friend was in
And
the army, and
anybody
they
walks
serious.
through that
You're
demilitarized
dead.
zone,
You're dead.
you are dead. No questions asked.